I did it, guys. I did it. Woohoo! Yay!
Really, OB freaking S? Really, OB freaking S?
Okay, there we go. Hang on 1 second now.
Slug Tactics sera disponible sur Nintendo Switch.
Nos équipes ont grandi avec Metal Slug et c'est une chance de pouvoir travailler sur un nouvel épisode de cette saga mythique.
C'était important pour nous de trouver une nouvelle voie, à la fois pour rendre hommage aux épisodes principaux de la série, mais aussi pour proposer une nouvelle expérience aux fans.
Le développement avance bien et nous avons hâte que vous puissiez y jouer l'année prochaine.
Here's a fresh take on Metal Slug that moves the classic action franchise
OBS
into a
for
new
that.
dimension.
Had to
This
fix
new
the
game
settings
retains
again.
all the things fans are familiar with from the original series, like the detailed pixel art and explosive action, but then adds tactical combat mechanics to mix
But
things
again,
up.
don't worry, I
Taking
will be
control of familiar heroes from the
I will
Metal
be doing
Slug
my
series,
full reactions
including
to each
Marco,
one of these parts
Tarma,
here again.
Theo,
So
and Eri.
parts
It's your
that had no
job
sound,
to wipe out the
I will
enemy
be fixing
forces by
during
any
this,
means possible. Position your troops correctly on the battlefield,
during this
and you'll
presentation,
even be able
so
to use the sync skill to
after
deal
everything is
extra
done here,
damage
Clifford,
with
I will be
multiple
going over
heroes.
everything
Head for a
that you
new front
basically
line
missed.
when Metal Slug Tactics blasts onto Nintendo Switch next year.
こんにちは、テトリスエフェクトのディレクターの石原です。
And I'm Eileen. I work on PR and production at Enhance. And today, we're so excited to announce that Tetris Effect Connected is coming to Nintendo Switch.
テトリスのゲームを作るのは私の夢でした。開発チーム全員で全力で作ったテトリスエフェクトは美しいグラフィックとサウンドによりゲームプレイをより感動できるものにしています。このゲームが Nintendo Switch によって皆さんがどこにいても遊べるようになるのでとても楽しみです。
Check it out.
At least
Sure,
we're getting a
you
new
might have
Tetris
already
here.
played Tetris, but Tetris Effect Connected is something different. It's the iconic puzzle game, but one that goes to another plane of enlightenment.
As well as the single-player journey mode, take on your friends competitively in zone battle locally or online, or play connected mode and work together to clear 3 playfields as one.
Wow.
It even includes cross-platform multiplayer, so it's easier to find people to play with or against.
Wow.
And since it's on the Nintendo Switch system, you can take the experience with you wherever you are.
Feel the connection in Tetris Effect Connected. Arriving on Nintendo Switch, October 8th.
I'm definitely considering that, guys. I'm definitely
There sure
considering
are
that.
a lot of games to look forward to. But that's not all. There are even more indie titles coming to Nintendo Switch soon. Take a look.
We're nearly done, but before we go, here's an update on another game coming to Nintendo Switch very soon from our friends at Chucklefish.
Yep, after this is done, guys, I will go over what we missed, or what I missed as far as the sound and stuff went. I will pretty much give my initial reactions with my webcam on, and I will also give my overall reviews about how this about how this indie direct went. Anyway, here we go.
It's nearly time to head eastward, coming to Nintendo Switch as a timed console exclusive September 16th. Pre-orders begin on Nintendo eShop later today.
So that's the end of today's Indie World. There are so many diverse indie games to be found on Nintendo Switch, and we really enjoy showing them to you on behalf of our many development and publishing partners around the world.
As always, a big
yes,
thank
I will
you
be
to
doing my
everyone in the
good
indie
and my
community
bad.
working on games
There
for
wasn't
Nintendo
necessarily
Switch.
any ugly
And thank
today.
you for joining us today.
Don't forget to follow our official Twitter account at IndieWorldNA to stay up to date on all the latest news from Indie World.
Until next time,
Happy gaming!
Okay, let me go ahead and back up now, and then I'll bring my webcam back. Okay, let me go ahead and back up now. I'm going to give my good, my bad, and my good and my bad here. So give me just a second to bring my webcam back, and we will go from there. Okay, you'll see my face here on the side. Again, sorry about there not being a green screen, but at least you'll get to see my face as I'm talking straight on to you directly. Anyway, let's go ahead and look at the screen now. Let me go forward just a little bit here. Hang on just a second. We'll start with this game here. We'll start off right here first. So give it just a second. Hey, hang on just a second here.
All right, now this is what I call a funky.
Okay, now this is basically Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. So basically, it's like a basically like a skateboarding through the city type of game. As for me, while we're watching this, I'm going to go over,
I could
as
use a
you can see
backpack
here.
like that.
Me too. Starting out
If
as
you're
a nobody
interested
in
in
a
skateboard
sprawling
type games, you would
metropolis,
definitely
making a
enjoy
name
this
for
right
yourself
here.
won't be easy.
For everything that
But
you
as
see
you
here,
expand your
especially
crew
the
with
background
additional
aesthetics,
playable
but
characters and make
this
use
is
of the intuitive
definitely
trick
not
system to
something
get
that I
around
would be
town,
interested
you'll
in
edge
myself
closer to becoming
personally,
an all-city
but I'm
king.
not going to knock it for those who might be interested in it.
Backed by beats from a wide range of musical talent, you'll grind, paint, and combo your way to becoming one of the greatest graffiti artists around. But you'd better protect your neck because all that artwork will attract some
Yep, as you can see here, they're showing
unwanted
off
attention.
some artwork here.
Reclaim the
Next
streets when Bomb Rush Cyberpunk arrives as a timed console exclusive on Nintendo Switch
Yep,
next
as you can
year.
see there, it's going to be a timed exclusive in 2022. Next up, we've got... Now, this game right here kind of reminds me a little bit, just from the background of basically your Popeyes, your Disneys, your actually, yeah, your Popeyes, your Mickey Mouses. What else am I forgetting here? I'm guessing your Goofies. I don't know, but as you can see here, we've got birds and then some odd guy or some odd character here. We've got what looks to be a snowman looking character here. I'm pretty sure you know that this is supposed to be a regular looking person here. Of course, they're showing off a little bit of the background and stuff. Buildings and what looks like a woodshed or something, I guess. Or it's supposed to be a barn, I guess. Yeah, I could definitely see somebody playing this for sure. Okay, I guess it is Tome, a photo adventure.
Hej! Hejsan! Jag är Niklas.
And let's skip these guys. Okay, next up. This is basically Loop Hero. You're actually drawing the world of what the hero would be playing in. You won't be the actual hero in this game. So, for me, if I'm going to play something that involves a hero, I would actually want to be the hero here. So, for me, this is definitely a no-go. Again, there we go, Loop Hero. And let me kind of... Okay, as you can see here, Loop Hero. This holiday season, or this holiday, basically. From the creators of the award-winning Far Lone Sales comes Changing Tides.
Hoi, ich bin Lon Schmocker, co-founder.
And let's skip him and go to a little bit more of the gameplay real quick.
I can see. Who'd have thought that the apocalypse would ever be so relaxing?
And yet it is. In this stirring puzzle-solving adventure, you get to captain your own seafaring vessel and explore a vast flooded landscape.
I know exactly what you mean there, Emily. The only thing that really
as you embark on a voyage
that was very interesting to me, we'll get to in the
Set
future.
in a
But
beautifully
anyway,
realized post-apocalyptic world, it's an emotional, meditative journey that anyone can enjoy.
well, I don't
Whether
know
you
this
played
right
the
here.
first game in the series, Far Lone Sales, or not.
Set sail for the horizon in Far, Changing Tides, coming to the Nintendo Switch system next year.
I actually have to give Far Changing Tides a maybe on my end. Okay, now for this right here. was definitely not very interesting to me, as you can see here.
That smells both rich and satisfying. I bet it's got enough caffeine to wake the dead. Can I get a cup?
Sure, flavorsome storytelling and aromatic atmosphere go hand in hand in this anime-style experience where the dead get one last night to mingle with the living and discuss the finer points of life and death over a beverage or two.
Immerse yourself in new story content and enjoy remastered visuals in this expanded director's cut of the original game. There's even a new studio mode where you can create your own...
No thank you. No thank you. Move on. But this basically comes out today, as you can see here. Hang on just a second. They'll probably do that during a Sonic Central or whatever it was, or they will do it in a Nintendo directly. Anyway, here we go.
On Nintendo Switch later today.
It's time for some updates. Let's quick...
I didn't necessarily mean later today, but I did mean like they will probably do a they'll probably do another Sonic Central event in the future, but if not, then we'll probably hear from Sega in a new Nintendo Direct probably next month, maybe. There is a rumor of one coming out in September. Anyway, here we go.
Quickly catch up on several games we've featured previously in Indie World that you
Okay, let's move on now.
can play today.
It's time to grow your own adventure. Become the guardian of the grove and explore a vibrant island to inspire its inhabitants. End off the...
Okay, now as far as Garden Story, I will say if you enjoy story games like Golf Story and anything like that, you may enjoy Garden Story. We'll see though. But for me, let's go ahead and give this I would probably give this a consideration, but it's definitely not something that would be bad either. So let's move on. Hang on just a second though. Okay, I'm guessing this is still a part of Garden Story. Let me see.
Don't just fight with a sword. Date one.
Okay. Now, Boyfriend Dungeon, for me, unless you're and again, no offense to any lady that might be watching this, but if you're a lady, you will definitely enjoy this game more than most men. Let's just put it that way.
In this heartfelt dungeon crawling dating sim, use the in-game...
But I am going to say that if you enjoy sim-type games, that you might enjoy this as well. Okay, let me move on just a second. Hang on.
In this prequel to the original...
Now, Axiom Verge 2 is definitely one of those that I definitely give a recommendation for. If you enjoyed the original Axiom Verge, you will definitely enjoy this game here.
Original Axiom Verge, a new hero fights for her life, empowered by the same microscopic machines that gradually consume her humanity.
And there you go. Basically the synopsis there. Okay, next up, let's move on from Axiom Verge 2.
I can't wait to dig into all those games.
Speaking of digging, let's continue with the show.
Next up, Shovel Knight. Pocket Dungeon, basically. But again, this is basically your summary of what Shovel Knight Pocket Dungeon's basically all about. As you can see here, just line up things together to get more like diamonds. As you can see here, potions. Take out lots of enemies with multiple hits. And then just basically a lot of other things here, as you can see, that they talked about in this particular clip here. And of course, you got your firebomb. Of course, you got your sword. Let's go ahead and move on now. As you can see here, just basically what I was talking about here with all these diamonds lined up. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on.
Use them to call on a familiar fairy friend to accompany you on your adventure.
And of course, there's your familiar fairy friend right here. That's the one other thing that I didn't mention yet. Let's go ahead. Oh, basically, I think this is basically Lumberjack here. Let's move on. Just to be sure. But as you can see there, Shovel Knight, Pocket Dungeon, this holiday season.
Holiday.
And like I said, speaking of Shovel Knight, I would definitely give that a recommendation if you enjoy other Shovel Knight games. Islanders Console Edition. I would definitely skip on this one, probably. But again, that's just me.
To build in Islanders Console Edition, coming as a timed console exclusive on Nintendo Switch later today.
But as you can see there, that is basically released later today. Yo, let's see here. No, Anthony, I haven't yet, but for me, Shovel Knight is not really my forte, basically. But if you're interested in it, I'm not going to knock it or whatever they say. Anyway, here we go. Moving on.
Marco, Theo, Perma.
Yeah, now this reminds me maybe a little too much of trying to be Adventure Wars, but this is basically called, I'll tell you as soon as I find the name. It says Metal Sling. Okay, there we go. Metal Sling Tactics. So if you enjoyed the previous Metal Sling games, you'll definitely enjoy this one.
De la part de Laker Studio et Dotemu, nous sommes très heureux de vous annoncer que Metal Slug Tactics sera disponible sur Nintendo Switch.
Nos équipes ont grandi avec...
Yeah, let's skip these two people here. And then, of course, as you can see here, the one game that I would definitely be interested in myself personally.
Check it out.
Sure.
As you can see here, this is Tetris Effect Connection, basically.
You might have already played Tetris.
As you can see here, Tetris Effect Connection, and it is see here, Enhance, Monsters Inc. As you can see here, then there is basically other things there, stage games, basically.
But Tetris Effect Connected is something different. It's the iconic puzzle game, but one that goes to another plane of enlightenment.
As well as...
And as you can see there, it's going to another plane of enlightenment here, as you can see, is what they're talking about as it just happened. But for me, this is definitely something I would recommend personally, and something that I'm definitely considering buying big time.
It's a single-player journey mode. Take on your friends competitively in zone battle locally or online, or play connected mode and work together to clear 3 playfields as one.
I would definitely be doing the connected mode, the one where you do all 3 of these right here together, or however many more they allow you to do, basically. But then, of course, as you can see here, Tetris Effect Connected, releasing October 8th, 2021.
October 8th.
There sure are a lot of games to look forward to, but that's not all. There are even more indie titles coming to Nintendo Switch soon. Take a look.
Okay, now I would do Astroneer. I guess if I'm saying that wrong, y'all can let me know. But anyway, yeah, let's move on from this one. Definitely something I would not. And then, of course, there's Lumberjack. I'm skipping that one for sure. Then, of course, you got Curious Expedition 2. I'm probably going to be skipping that one myself. Of course, you got Gang Beasts. Again, I'm going to be skipping that. And then, of course, this is where they ended out the indie direct, the indie direct, of course.
Development and publishing partners around the world.
And as you see here, they ended up with Eastward, releasing September 16th, 2021. Pre-orders begin later today, if they haven't already. But for me, I'm definitely going to have to give this indie direct presentation be fair, I'll give it a C. So basically, that's basically my grade for this. There we go. That's basically the end now. So, let me go ahead and go back to the studio now. We should be back in the studio here in just a moment. Okay, there we go. But yep, as you can see there, we're basically back in the studio now. Let me go ahead and let me go ahead and put a few commercials on here real quick, and then we will get ready to wrap up here. Okay, now, this overall Indie World Showcase, like I said, my grade for it was a C. And the only takeaway for me on this that I know of was the Tetris Effect Connected game. But again, that's just me personally. Let's go ahead and get ready to... Let's go ahead and get ready to go on a raid. Let me find our ending music here. I don't care if y'all see this in the background or not. Okay now. Thank y'all for tuning in. Let's look for us a raid target real quick. I think we are going to raid ADH Gaming, who's doing some Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. Yep, we're going to raid ADH Gaming. Let me go ahead and get his link. Pop in on him as he's least expecting it. Hang on one moment. Again, for those who are still lurking in the background, thank y'all for tuning in. And I will see y'all at the raid. Let me go ahead and remember. There we go. I think this is the right one right here. Yep.